Guys, we're going live. Going to be calling the fight action as it ensues live from DAZN as well as ESPN. All this and more on the latest edition of War Week Boxing Live.
Affordable Value presents Big Time Boxing USA on War of Week Radio.
Guys, welcome. Happy Saturday night. I hope you guys have been enjoying the fight action thus far. Ramisi Ramirez getting a big stoppage victory on the ESPN card. And also Elvis Rodriguez coming up with the UD, but in some trouble in the first round. Guys, good stuff. Also, on the DAZN card, well, we've got Sonny Edwards and Adrian Curiel coming up. They're both in the ring right now, and they're both getting ready to get it on. And so I tell you what, let me know which fight you want me to focus on, because the main event is about to start with Teofimo Lopez, Steve Claggett from 38-7 welterweight, moving down to compete for Teofimo Lopez's WBO crown and lineal titles, right? So let me know which one you guys want me to focus on while we're actually showing or broadcasting or talking about the action anyway, as it's happening. I've got two screens on right now, and I tell you what, I'm enjoying this beautiful Saturday night. And yeah, it's been a busy day. Hope you guys checked out the fight breakdown, the fight analysis by Coach James Gogi earlier this afternoon. Boy, I tell you what, we apologize for the quick show. It was less than an hour long. One, Gogi was very busy, and we want to thank him for taking time out of his busy schedule. He's acquiring new fighters, getting them inundated in camp. And yeah, guys, it's also, we've been trying to put together this fight card, make plans for it this coming up Saturday next week, and Floresville, Texas, TMB Promotions. So you're making the call on that one as well. So so guys, let me know which one you want me to focus on right now as the fight starts. I'm going to be focusing on Sonny Edwards and Curiel. It's 227 in the opening bout. Sonny Edwards actually doing a good job keeping the action in the center of the ring, not using too much lateral movement right now, but he's consistently turning the more aggressive Adrian Curiel. He's doing a good job right now, but it's just a feeling out round at this point, guys. This one at 112 in the flyweight division. Sonny Edwards, once again, he fought Bam Rodriguez in his last fight, although losing, but gallant effort, which I was very impressed with the mental and physical toughness. But it was like bringing a switchblade to a gunfight. It just wasn't going to work. I mean, why would you fight Bam Rodriguez in the pocket when you have the ability to move laterally? And, yeah, to force Bam Rodriguez to have to cut off the ring and close the distance And at times he tried, but Bam was already confident. He had already found his range when he started doing it. Yep. John Wallace. Yep. Usyk versus 32 will be awesome, brother. And we're going to be calling that one as well. But look, I will say this. I'm really curious to see Teofimo Lopez. Now, we talked about, once again, cutting off the ring and closing the distance. Teofimo Lopez just does not do that well. Now, I know it's frowned upon to fans. Oh, I can't stand it when they use the exposed moniker. But there's a reason why they do. Look, you can't just have one camp and overnight add that new weapon to your arsenal, new wrinkle to your fight game. It takes a while, and we've seen no evidence that Teofimo Lopez can actually adapt to that strategy. And so what strategy do all of his opponents now adopt? They like to fight from mid to long range, use lateral movement, and it stinks out the joint, makes for a real stinker of a fight. Josh Taylor was the, guy who tried to take the lead, forcing the action against Teofimo Lopez, and he got busted up and he got beaten for it. That's why Teofimo is the current WBO and lineal champion of the 140-pound weight division. Now in steps Steve Claggett, former welterweight, 38-7. I'll tell you what, guys, honestly, I'm going to be focusing on this Teofimo Lopez card, right? Or this fight. Even though I like Sonny Edwards, I like Curiel as well. This is a very good fight at 112. But, guys, this is for a major world title and one of the major players in the U.S. market. Teofimo Lopez fighting Steve Claggett, who's a 10-1 betting underdog. I'm sorry, a 7-1 betting underdog, and Teofimo Lopez is a 10-1 betting favorite. But several people that I trust insist to me that Steve Claggett is going to make a very good account of himself tonight. I'm not familiar with him, so this is going to be my first time seeing him against someone with the ability. Oh no. Guys, let me tell you something. When Michael Jackson passed away, and I wrote an article about this a long time ago. Guys, believe it or not, there is such a thing in combat sports as the Michael Jackson curse. Everyone who comes out to Michael Jackson, something happens. They break their hand, they get a terrible cut, or they get knocked out. Guys, this isn't good. Look, I'm a firm believer that Michael Jackson, if you come out to the Michael Jackson music, you lose or something happens to you. That's going to alter the path of your career. Guys, I wrote an article about this a long time ago. That cited several examples of this. Go check it out, guys. I think it's still online. Oof. Anyway, Michael Jackson's official website back in the day, after he passed away, posted my article to their website. We'll see, guys. We'll see what happens. But guys, we're going to focus on Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett. It's about to start. The announcer is giving the official fighter introductions at this time. But no, as it stands as of now, I do not like Lopez coming out. Maybe he can break the curse. Who knows? Because it's been a minute since I've seen anyone come out to Michael Jackson with their entrance music. But every time I've seen it, it's something terrible happens. So guys, buckle up, stay tuned. So your judges for the evening, Lisa Jampa, Efren Lebron, and Steve Weisfeld. They're going to be your judges. Scoring Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett. I like the lungs of the ring announcer. He's got a good voice. He's actually a singer as well as an actor. And that's how he got this gig. He's got a great set of pipes. Steve Claggett, once again, 38, 7-2 with 26 knockouts. Comes into the ring at age 35. Stands 5'8" in the center of the ring. He weighed in at approximately 139.5. He's got a 9-5 fight win streak coming into this with 7 by way of knockouts. And that's obviously why they wanted this opponent. Teofimo Lopez says he wants to move up to 140 eventually. I don't know, because there is currently not a whole lot of money at 40. I know he's been calling out Terrence Crawford. That's not realistic, though, guys. Crawford is looking at the big dollars. And currently, Teofimo Lopez, oh boy, he has, and I talked about this earlier in the week, posing the question, is Devin Haney the next Teofimo? A guy who, well, presented high hopes for all of his fans in the U.S. market, and he just has made terrible decisions for himself, pricing himself out of big opportunities, having this delusional mentality that he thinks he believes he's worth more than he is. And all the while, he's fighting in Miami against Steve Claggett, pricing himself out of a fight with Ryan Garcia earlier this year. That fight eventually went to Devin Haney. So I don't know why he continues to call himself the Takeover. What are you taking over, brother? The loony bin? Chingao. So guys, and at this time, to help me call the Teofimo Lopez fight, none other than Montequilla, Adam Lopez. Adam, how you doing, my friend?
What's going on, guys? I'm fucking watching this fight. Let's see what happens.
Oh, boy. I tell you what, someone sounds like he's had some social lubricant. I love it. That makes for must-see TV here, guys. How you doing, Adam? Good to see
Pretty
you, brother.
good. Let's go. I'm ready for this fight. Let's hope Teofimo does not mess up.
Well, look, I was talking about this before you entered. Guys, did you hear what theme music he came out to? It's entrance music. It was Michael Jackson.
Okay.
Now, Michael Jackson, I wrote an article about this like 15 years ago. After he passed away, anyone who comes into the ring with the Michael Jackson music, I don't know if it's because of his deviant lifestyle, sinful lifestyle, things that he did to kids.
He's a pedophile.
Yeah, but look.
I told you this is a great show.
Look, everyone who came out to Michael Jackson's music, they were cursed somehow. They'd either broke their hand, a terrible cut, or just got KTFO'd. Something, though, that altered their career path. Now, Teofimo Lopez just came out to beat it. And people that I talk to insist that Steve Claggett will make a good showing for himself. And right now, he is coming forward, taking the fight to Teofimo Lopez, smothering his offense at times. And this is obviously why they chose Steve Claggett. But we'll see if Teofimo Lopez has that much, well, success against this guy. He seems to be a big guy, natural 147-pounder, seems to be able to keep covering up, working behind the high guard, using upper body and head movement very well. And it's at the 142 mark, and Teofimo Lopez is having a hard time getting comfortable. As I say that, he lands a left hook. Adam, are you a bit surprised that this guy is electing to take the fight right to Teofimo Lopez to start the fight?
I mean, I don't think, I'm not surprised by it, because I think that's all Steve Claggett has. To be honest, I mean, it's either take the fight to Tiafimo or just get your pants boxed off by Tiafimo. So he's only got one move, and that's it. And let's see how that move works out. But Tiafimo kind of looks sharp. I like it. I don't think Steve uh, Clackett has whatever his last name is. I don't think he's got the power to do anything really against him. I'm just watching
Clackett.
it. I mean, he's got better tattoos than Tiafimo, but other than that,
Oh, you don't mind the prison tats, huh?
yeah, I don't mind that at all, dude.
Oh, Chingal, guys. 31 seconds left in the opening round. Um,
Yeah. What's the timestamp? What's your timestamp?
mine is 25. Is your round
I'm
already over?
My round's already over.
No, Chingal. Isn't that nice?
Yep.
So I tell you what, maybe maybe it's because I have two fights on. Let me just turn the Sonny Edwards off right now, okay?
Yeah. I said as soon as I told my buddy Mario, I was like, "Yo, get this shit off my TV. I don't want to see Sonny Edwards." I said, "Let's watch Teofimo fight, and then we'll come back to Bam."
And there it
But
is. There it is,
yeah,
guys. But I look, I will say this. Hopefully, um, the Jackson curse doesn't exist any longer. But for a stretch, a good 3 or 4 year stretch. And the article's still up if you Google search it, guys. If you Google search the article, it's still up. And it was posted like the Michael Jackson, the people who ran that website, even after he passed away, they got a kick out of the article and they published it to the website. So guys, check it out. It's still on the internet. And you can read all of the cases in which every prize fighter that used the Michael Jackson entrance music, something happened terrible. If they didn't lose, they got a terrible cut. If they didn't lose, they got either that or broke their hand. Something really bad happened to them, and some got KTFO'd in absurd fashion. So we'll see what happens tonight, guys.
that's crazy that you mentioned that because I've had something like that happen with when I used the Frank Sinatra song, and it kind of was like foreshadowing everything, and I really regret having that.
Well, which Frank song did you use, brother?
My way.
Oh, I did it my way. Oh, Chingao.
Yeah, like it was
Yeah,
like I'm my promoters from New Jersey, Hoboken, all that shit, and everybody loves Frank Sinatra there. And
of
then
course.
I was like, that is a great song. But then, like when you actually listen to the lyrics and in a fight,
Yep.
that's not the best
Yeah.
song to use.
No, it's not,
It
dude.
really isn't.
Well, well, you know what, brother? You live, you learn, man. That's all I can say,
Exactly.
brother. But halfway through the second round, and once again, not giving Tiafimo, he's using the ideology, his strategy of cutting off that reaction time of the more gifted athlete. And Tiafimo Lopez is smiling in there, but doesn't look like he's having very much fun. But Claggett really isn't landing anything of consequence.
It's not. Yeah.
Tiafimo landing easily the cleaner shots, taking away half those targets by pointing that shoulder in his chest when he does close that gap, using very good upper body and head
Ooh.
movement.
What's your timestamp?
115.
Okay, I'm at 44 seconds.
No,
Uh,
Chingao, why are you still 30 seconds faster than I am?
yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's gonna, from what I'm seeing right now, he's gonna break Steve Claggett down,
Yeah, he's doing a very good job, and most people don't realize
smothering
that
the punches.
when you close that distance against Tiafimo, he's very smart in which he points that shoulder, does kind of a poor man's shoulder roll defense. And what that does is it eliminates half the targets, doesn't it, Adam?
Yeah, Mario, what did you just say? What's a good point you just made?
No,
My
it
buddy, this is
eliminates
my buddy.
what did he say?
We're okay. So we're doing a housewarming party for my buddy Mario. He just bought another house, and he
Mazel
brought up
tov,
a good
brother.
point with
What did he say?
Tiafimo. He's saying basically Teofimo is using all aspects of his body to roll the punches off. He's using elbows, shoulders. He's using everything, and Steve Clackett hasn't really landed one good punch in the whole fight.
No. You're absolutely right. He's not landing the clean, effective, or consequential punches in this fight through 2 rounds. And look, that's the primary scoring criteria of the judges at ringside. It's not how much you work, it's not the volume, it's not the pressure. That's all secondary,
Yeah.
right? It's clean, effective, and consequential punching. And so far, it's been all Teofimo Lopez doing a very good job of handling this guy's pressure, staying relaxed. And Adam, that is the ultimate key when someone is trying to put hard pressure on you. You've got to stay relaxed. Why is that so important, my friend?
He said stay relaxed because that's like my one of my trainers, my favorite trainer, uh, Carlos Famoso Hernandez, probably one of the best inside fighters ever, would
Yep,
always tell me, he goes, "Hey, when you go inside, the best thing you can do, stay relaxed. You don't want to wrestle with these guys. You want these subtle tricks that I'm going to teach you to use against them, to use their own. Basically, it's almost like a judo where you use your own weight against them,
yep,
and that's what you do. Basically, on the inside fighting, it's just small, subtle moves that gets the fighter off balance, gets you opening on so you can hit him with a good shot. It's it's all inside game is basically all tricks. It has really nothing to do with like just brute strength. Brute strength's
yep,
great, but within like crafty inside game is just all maneuver of weight and position. That's all it really is.
yep, indeed. And when you're tense, you don't react well to shots, do you?
No, when
You
you're very
don't see them
tense and you're
coming as well. You don't
yes,
react well. Those are
because you
very
just
good points, Adam.
especially like with like Claggett. Claggett, we're probably right now. He's so like aggressive that he's gonna move like his weight all to one side. And with inside game, it's not about leaning to one side at all. It's about being more like free flowing, ambidextrous, and just being more relaxed in there. And that's not
Very,
what Steve Claggett is doing at all. He's coming
no,
forward, yeah, very good coming forward, well, other than that, he hasn't. It's not effective aggressiveness at all when you
no,
see it,
no,
because he's
no,
not
not
being
not
effective.
yet.
He's being very aggressive, but not effective at all.
You're absolutely right, brother. And Teofimo Lopez seems to be picking off everything because he's staying nice and relaxed. He's seeing everything that's coming. But has the right idea. If he's going to be doing this, stay right on him. The only way you're going to land something of consequence is if you cut off that reaction time.
Yeah,
And you know what? And also he's got to continue until he gets there. He's got to continue. Oh, good right hand by Claggett. TV Lopez, though, reacts very well to it. And you know what? He's doing a very good job in this round, but he gets countered effectively with that sharp counter right hand by Teofimo Lopez. I'll tell you what, this has turned into an excellent fight in round number 3. But
yeah.
Claggett,
It,
I don't know if he has enough to hurt him.
he
It's got to
doesn't
be a
have enough.
numbers game. It's got to be a numbers game if he wants to beat the way more athletically gifted Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, I got a 3-0 Twan. What do you have it? This is my brother
I,
Betty
I
here at the fight.
I have it 3-0. I have it 3-0 as well, my friend.
Yeah,
And once again for the same reason, but this is by far the most effective Steve Claggett round. He's gaining ground, but I still have Teofimo Lopez winning it 3-0.
yeah. I have it 3-0. My buddy here has it 2-1 for Claggett. He kind of likes Claggett's aggressiveness. I kind of see that. He is very aggressive. I don't think he's winning the round, but I do. I can admire that he is. He's got a plan. He's gonna try it.
Well, you know what? And the judges very well may have it 2-1. But yeah, I don't see it. Once again, an A for effort. Uh, Unless you're Joe Calvi, you don't give points to ineffective aggression, right?
Mother's Window 10. Let's give a
Mother's
shout
window
out to
in the house,
Mother's
brother.
Window. Mother's window tint. Let's give a shout out to
Dude,
Mother's.
and I tell you what, man, it's hilarious every time we see Joe Calvi. You remember the last club show we called together?
Joe
We
Calvi?
saw Joe Calvi, and I said,
I
no,
see Joe
remember you
Calvi all
said,
the time.
I remember you said it was this was at the social spot downtown,
Okay.
and you said, oh, watch, they're gonna give this guy a draw. They're gonna score a draw, and yeah, Joe Calvi in the house scored it the other way, and it was a draw. Now I'm
Yeah.
like, you've got to be kidding me. But look,
I,
that's the reason
I don't
why
know.
Joe.
I called that one. I said yeah they're gonna do it a
Well,
draw.
you called several fights on that night.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember 2 or 3 of them at least. And you said, well, Calvi's in the house. Mother's window tint is in the house. So you know what? I can see this one being a draw. And you were absolutely right.
Yeah.
Ching
I don't
out.
know. Probably.
Look. This is why, guys. This is why, I mean, the club level is for the breeding ground. That's and if you cannot prove to give competent and consistent scorecards, you're going to stay at the club level. Either that, or you're going to be demoted to timekeeper.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever seen Calvi, Mother's Window Tent, get a big assignment?
No, not really. He's more local cards.
Yep, there's a reason for that, brother.
He's the face of the community.
Because he's got holes in his score. You remember when I pointed that out to him about a decade ago?
Probably. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I said, hey, brother, you need to work on that, man. You give way too much credit for empty aggression. And as I say that, Steve Claggett is having a very good round in this one. He's got Teofimo Lopez trapped in the corner, using his body to pin him, landing hard shots, and all of a sudden, as soon as I say that, excuse me, he gets countered with a sharp right hand from Teofimo, but he's still against the ropes. Teofimo Lopez needs to keep moving. He hasn't done much this round.
That's kind of where, like, okay, so my buddy was saying, he's like, yeah, I admire Claggett keep going forward and he's sticking to the plan. And guess what? It's the 4th round in the fight, and he's still doing what he wanted to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. But in the last minute of this round,
What'd you just say?
Teofimo but in the last minute of this round, Teofimo Lopez has won the last minute. I don't know if that's enough to carry the round, but yeah, he definitely landed.
5-second mark.
Claggett is starting to land at a much higher percentage now.
Yeah.
Doing a good job of making things very uncomfortable for Teofimo. He's landing some leather. He's landing some cleaner leather this round. And look, I will say this. This is the first round I think I will give to Steve Claggett. So the judges very well may have this fight even 2-2.
Yeah, I think it's.
I have it 3-1 though, brother.
3-1. Yeah, I have 3-1. My buddy has a 2-2. He said he's like, I kind of think Steve Claggett's kind of like the Andrew Tate of boxing. He's just asserting his alpha dominance.
Oh, stop it. Stop it. Come on.
He said that. That's why I said, I was
Andrew
like, what did you
Tate.
just, I was like, what did you just say?
Oh, jeez, dude. I'm sorry. Is your friend in boxing? Is he? Or no, he's just a buddy of yours?
No, he's a buddy of mine. He's watched.
Oh, and there it goes. There you have it.
He likes Steve Cleggett's aggressiveness, even though he's not doing
very good. Okay, well, that's his personal taste and preference. Look, all I can say is this: I've been watching the NFL for 40 plus years. That doesn't make me a football expert. So there you have it. Leave the expert commentary to Mr. Adam Lopez.
I like the Andrew Tate remark though. It made me laugh. I can respect that. Yeah, oh yeah.
Look, Mark Kriegel, who doesn't know how to score fights, he's got it 4-0. I've got it 3-1, just like Adam Lopez. But Steve Claggett seems to be taking these shots very well. He's not being deterred. And he is starting to slow down Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, I think I don't know if he's slowing Tiafimo down, but I don't like that Tiafimo's letting Steve have the lead.
Well, look, he's a counterpuncher by trade. He's going to do that, but you're a counterpuncher, Adam. How difficult is it, though, to counter effectively? Someone who can take your best shot and someone who keeps on firing more punches than you do. It's different when you're trying to counter effectively a volume pressure fighter.
I get that, but I don't see that Tifimo has even tried to even take the lead one time. That's the thing. So if Tifimo actually maybe stood there and pressed him a little bit, I feel like he probably could do at least a little something. But he hasn't even tried that. He's willing to counter. He's willing to just lay back. He's not using a lot of energy. It's less energy consuming to do what he's doing right now, but it's not. It doesn't look good.
Well, I will say this, man. I think you're absolutely right. I think he needs to get that hard respect from Steve Claggett. Make him
It
think
does.
twice about walking right through the front door.
Yeah.
And look, I will say this: after punching 100, after throwing 100 punches in this last round, Claggett has definitely let his foot off the gas in this one. And we're almost through the fifth round. Claggett really has allowed Tiafimo to throw more punches in this round. This is definitely Tiafimo's best round since round number 2, in my opinion.
Yeah. It's more of the same, dude. It's legit more of the same.
Rinse and
Claggett.
repeat.
Yes. Yeah, what he just said, he starts off strong, and then it kind of just dies down a little bit. Claggett didn't land anything in the last minute 30 of that
No,
round.
no. Honestly, I thought this was by far Tiafimo's strongest round since
I
round
think,
number 2.
yeah, you're right, 100% right. That was Tifuma's best round.
It looked, yeah, he's doing a much better job of keeping the fight in the center of the ring as much as possible. And it looks like he's starting to slow down Steve Claggett. But look, we'll see what happens, guys. We're going into round number 6. And yeah, I tell you what, let me know, guys, when you want me to switch over. Now, we're going to stay on and see the entirety of this fight. And then we're going to switch over to Bam Rodriguez as soon as the fight is over, as soon as we get the judge's verdict.
Yeah, I told my buddy, I was like, Sonny Edwards was on, and I was like, I don't want to watch this, dude. I want to. If TFM was on, I want to watch TFM on. Yeah, I don't want to watch.
Indeed.
I don't want to watch Bam's son.
Well, look, all I can say is this. I can't understand. Well, I can understand it. Tiafimo had an opportunity to get a big fight against Ryan Garcia, and he priced himself out. Like, how do you price yourself out of a fight with Ryan Garcia and the Saudis were willing to pay for it?
I'm pretty sure the sound like that sounds the same because price yourself out. That means you're trying to get 25 mil plus because
Yeah.
they're willing to pay 15. I know that much.
Well, look, I think it was the percentage is what killed this fight.
Of
He
pay per
wa- he wanted probably a 50-50 cut, or because he was the champion, he felt he deserved more than obviously the more popular Ryan Garcia.
If he acts crazier than Ryan Garcia, then yeah, he deserves it. But if he doesn't, then no.
Nope. See, so that's why I'm saying he kind of suffers from Devin Haney disease,
He needs
where
to just
Devin Haney truly believes he is one of the biggest fish in the U.S. market, and he's not. It's like, look, how many times has he even been the A side in any of his last 4 or 5 fights? The only
yeah
one I can think of is Regis Prograis. And that did what, less than 50,000 purchases on pay per view?
yes.
Oh, and Teofimo Lopez.
It's
Wow,
just
Steve Claggett is still fighting, but you know what? He's getting beaten down.
this is kind of a boring fight because Teofimo was just laying on the ropes and countering the whole time, but hasn't really hurt. Yeah, he said. My buddy saying the shoulder roll is working very well for Teofimo, but he hasn't really hit Claggett with anything big.
No, and it's a lot of it has to do with Claggett once again forcing Teofimo to fight off his back foot, and two, he's not catching him on the end of his shots. It's very short distance from Teofimo's, where he throws the punch, and that was a hard right hook over around the guard from Teofimo Lopez. Great job in the final minute of round number 6.
Okay.
And so far, it's all Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
But it looks like he is breaking him down. Guys, keep in mind, we're only midway through this. And I have it right now, 5 rounds to 1 for Teofimo. Now, that very well may have been interpreted 4 rounds to 2 for Teofimo, but still, Teofimo's starting to pull away now. Did you see Claggett at the very end of that round bite on that feint?
Yeah, Claggett's corner is happy with what he's doing.
Maybe because they're just happy to be here?
I don't know. I was saying, dude, they're happy with the performance of what he's doing. They high-fived him after. I watched the corner. I was like, they're happy about it. That's the Canadian side of them coming out.
That's the Justin Trudeau side.
That's the Canadian friendly. Yeah, they're happy to be here, dude. Teofimo's face there's no swelling on Teofimo's face.
Yeah, he's getting marked up a little bit, but yeah, look, he's doing a good job of hanging in this fight. He's not winning very many rounds, but maybe his corner wants him to take Teofimo Lopez into deep waters and try to get a knockout there because he's not going to win on points here. But yeah, you see his eyes starting to swell up.
I think,
and there's your favorite trader, Teofimo Sr.
Yeah. No, I think, dude, but the thing about it is, I think Claggett's deep waters is a puddle.
Well, look, we'll see in the second half of this fight, guys. We're only halfway through. Round number 7 began, and Steve Claggett sprints out to go meet Teofimo in the center of the ring. Like, literally runs after him. I think he wants to. Oh, good counter uppercut, man, from Teofimo Lopez. Scored effectively. But there's Steve Claggett there, right buried in his chest. And that's where he wants to be. To take the sting off of Teofimo's shots and cut off that reaction time, but he's not throwing any punches. He's just taken the last 3 rounds. Claggett really hasn't been throwing very much.
Joe, do you think Teofimo's done?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you think Teofimo's done?
What do you mean?
There's no reason why he should be doing this. This is a.
Stop! No! It's look,
guys should be overwhelmed by Teofimo.
Well, look, how many times has Steve Claggett been knocked out? I know he's got 8 losses on his resume, but how many times has he been knocked out?
But even then, it's not like.
But he's a natural 40. He's only been knocked out once, guys.
It doesn't matter if he's been knocked out once, but this fight is still. If I only watch 1 round, I go, it's pretty close.
And that was in 2011, early in his career. This is a guy who's a tough, rugged veteran. And he obviously can take a good shot, and he's obviously not going to take the brunt of Teofimo's power because he's smothering his offense. Now, Teofimo's best chance to land something big is to catch him coming in.
Yeah.
But Steve Claggett is doing a very good job closing the distance behind a jab. And he's doubling it up, tripling it up at times. And so he's not going to get countered just throwing one jab from mid-range, right?
Yeah.
Tiafimo is Steve Claggett's doing a very good job of absorbing all of his power, but once again, he's not getting the brunt of his power. And Tiafimo turns to the ref, turns around and complains. Is he getting hit? Well, that's what happens when you fight him on the inside, Tiafimo. You're going to get a headbutt a little bit. It's not intentional. Just keep that shoulder pointed in your chest. Create that separation. Create that distance.
The first time, okay, so I'm ahead of you. Tiafimo looked like Tiafimo the last 10 seconds of that round. Yeah.
Boom.
If he doesn't start the next round like that, I'm gonna continue thinking that Tiafimo is on his way out. Like he's not looked good in his last fight. Like I always thought Tiafimo could beat Tank after like what's happening right now and him not just closing the show and getting his guy out of there. I don't know, to be honest.
Well, look, he definitely had devastating power at 35. We haven't really seen him carry that power to 40,
He looked
right?
amazing against Taylor though.
I'm sorry,
The
what was
best
that again,
guy.
Adam?
He looked amazing against Taylor though. He looked
He
all
did.
time against Taylor. Yeah.
He
I
did,
was
but
like, I became a believer after that. I was like,
well,
wow.
look, but don't kid yourself. A lot like Regis Prograis. Josh Taylor has never been an effective aggressor. He's a guy who is a counterpuncher, but he likes to bang in the pocket. And if he's forced to take the lead, obviously we just saw against Jack Catterall twice that he is not an effective aggressor. And he tried to be an effective aggressor against Teofimo Lopez, and he was shredded. So this is a guy who's an effective aggressor. This is a guy who applies intelligent pressure. And yeah, Teofimo's having a hard time. And plus, he's a natural 47 pounder. Fighting at 40 now. This is a bigger guy, a stronger guy. He doesn't have a whole lot of starch on his shots. Because one thing that Emmanuel taught me is when you combine volume and speed, you sacrifice power. And that's what Steve Claggett, that seems to be his problem right now. He's replacing power with volume. He wants to make this a numbers game. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but he's got his moments in round number 8.
It's not effective at all. I'm watching I'm watching it and just it's ineffective aggressiveness. It's
Yeah, I currently have it 6 rounds to 1, maybe 5 rounds to 2 at best for Steve Claggett. Oh, Teofimo is just brilliant hand speed, brilliant athleticism, and he's landing the clean, effective shots. It's winning all these rounds, putting them in the bag. And look, you're going to find sometimes, Adam, guys who can take your best shot and keep coming forward. That's just part of boxing.
Good right hand at the 1 minute 5 fight. Minute 5 fight. Oh, good uppercut at the minute mark. There we go. Let's see Teofimo. He finally has him on the ropes. Let's see if we can get him out of there. Yeah.
Good hard right hand at the 1-5 mark. Teofimo Lopez hurt him. That's right. Uppercut. Now, this is the Teofimo Lopez that means business and smells blood in the water. I'll tell you what, Teofimo is a fun fighter to watch when he gets off on the front foot, doesn't he?
Yes. When he's offensive, one of the best.
Yep. It's actually pretty to watch, isn't it?
Yes. Because he's so athletic. He's athletic.
Yep.
He has speed. And that's what Haney is. Haney's not really a great boxer, but he's very, very, very athletic. And that's what made him so good. And that's what Teofimo has is his athleticism. That's why he's doing backflips in the ring and all that other shit.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a lot more athletically gifted than Devin Haney. Devin Haney couldn't punch himself out of a paper bag. This is a tough kid. Like, honestly, Devin Haney, if he fought Steve Claggett, would be holding on for dear life every time he breached that perimeter on the inside.
Oh shit, Joe, my phone's
Yeah,
at
you okay?
4%. I gotta find a charger. I might
No
get off
problem.
a little bit.
No problem, brother. Take your time. Take your time, my friend. We have
All right,
just
okay,
put
I'll
8
I'll
rounds
get
in the
back in a little
books.
bit.
No problem, sir. We've just put 8 rounds in the books, and thank you, Adam, for calling the fight with us. And I tell you what, we're getting ready after this. We've got 4 more rounds, and then we start calling Bam Rodriguez versus Juan Francisco Estrada.
All right, okay. I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right,
All right,
later.
my friend. Thank you, Adam. Well, guys, that was Adam Lopez. Always a lot of fun to hear him uh, analyze the action, and call the fights with me. And guys, if you're not doing anything, make a trip out to Floresville, Texas, right outside of San Antonio. We're going to be calling all the action next Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. But guys, round 9 begins. Teofimo Lopez, Steve Claggett, and yeah, I've got it. 7 rounds to 1. Mark Kriegel has it. Yep, 8-0. Pitching a shutout from Teofimo Lopez. I've got it almost that way, 7 rounds to 1. But we'll see how the judges at ringside have it. There are some good judges. Lisa Jump, well, I don't know. Steve Weisfeld is the best judge of the night on this fight. Good right hand from Teofimo Lopez at the 220 mark. And, he's doing a very good job of discouraging Steve Claggett at this point. Good combination on the inside in the center of the ring at the 204 mark. I'll tell you what, Teofimo Lopez looks to be having fun in there now. Steve Claggett slowing down, thinking twice now about just walking through the front door, and he finds himself in no man's land, where he's not going to land effectively, but he's there to get hit by the much harder puncher, much sharper, crisper puncher. I'll tell you what, guys, this is turning into a showcase now for Teofimo Lopez. Yep, Teofimo now trying to catch him as he's coming in, kind of pushing him with the forearm, pushing him with the lead hand. A little bit more action. A little bit less action from Steve Claggett in this round. Once again, he's just getting broken down now, but boy, he's a real horse. He is taking all of Teofimo's best shots, still coming forward, but I don't know how effective it is. He's just taking, shots from a better fighter. And if he thought Teofimo Lopez would slow down, well, he's not so much. He's in there with an athletic specimen. Very athletically, one of the most athletically gifted fighters in boxing. As I say, that good jab pushes the head back of Teofimo Lopez, but doesn't follow it up with anything. And what I like about this fight, guys, is Teofimo, unlike Devin Haney, isn't tying him up at all. He's trying to fight him in the pocket. He is confident in his ability, in his defense. He looks very comfortable in there. I'll tell you what, this is a very impressive Teofimo Lopez performance, in my opinion. Round 9 comes to a close, and I tell you what, this is all Teofimo now. Guys, this is all Teofimo now. Teofimo looks like he's having fun in there. Discouraging Steve Claggett from letting his hands go with regularity. You can tell who's definitely taken the worst for wear. And Teofimo Looks like he's still energized. He's got 3 more rounds left. Let's see if he can close the show with style in the final 3 rounds of this championship fight with Teofimo Lopez's WBO title as well as his Ring Magazine lineal title up for grabs. Round 10 already underway. Steve Claggett moving forward still. Has Teofimo. He's right up against his grill and not really letting his hands go. Keeping them, I guess those hard counters really discouraging Steve Claggett. He's definitely not as busy as he was leading up to this point. But Teofimo really hasn't been throwing very much this first minute of the 10th round. Nothing much happening this round. Steve Claggett moving forward, throwing nothing of consequence. Teofimo landing a hard counter now at the 140 mark. And the referee yells out no holding, but I didn't see any holding. Good hard right hand. Lands to the hard noggin, though, of Steve Claggett, and he takes it well. I'll tell you what, like I said, Claggett is a real horse. Coming forward, trying to do his best work, but just being outclassed for the first 9.5 rounds, 9+ rounds here, guys. And I have only Claggett winning 1 round. And Teofimo, well, seemingly taking a kind of a round off here. Not really throwing very much, but neither is Steve Claggett. I guess both men are just tired from a grueling fight. Teofimo, I would like to see him try to take this guy out, though. Put his foot on the gas, move forward. Good hard right hand at the 30-second mark. Landed by Lopez. Hard left hook on the inside as well. Teofimo still doing the sharper, better, more effective and consequential work here, guys. Steve Claggett, no steam on those shots at all at this point, guys. With 10 rounds in the books now, I've got it 9-1. Let's see if Teofimo wants to. Let's see if he tries to close the show with style in the final 2 rounds of this one. Guys, as we prepare to try and, we get ready for Bam Rodriguez versus Juan Francisco Estrada, El Gallo. We'll see what happens, guys. But yeah, this looks to be all Teofimo Lopez. We'll see what happens, though, guys. Let's see. This one, once again, happening in Phoenix. Oh, boy. I want to thank you guys for joining us for this broadcast this evening. 6 minutes left in the fight. Round 11 underway. I'll tell you what, Teofimo hard right hook lands around the guard. Looks like he's starting to put a little more mustard on it. But both men are in great shape. Both men still working. Teofimo, though, looks like he's trying to. Oh, and here comes Steve Claggett with some offense. He's got that sense of urgency now. Some of the hardest leather that he's landed the entire fight. He understands these are the championship rounds. If you're going to win this fight, you've got to go out and take it now. You are way down on the scorecard, Steve Claggett. Teofimo, and that's what he's waiting for. Who fires a quick 1-2 down the middle that lands effectively at the 2-minute mark. No, I tell you what, guys, this is rinse and repeat. Like I said, we're waiting for Bam Rodriguez to get underway, and that should be timed perfectly. As soon as this fight, the scorecards are read, the judgment is rendered, then yeah, we will switch over, guys. And it looks like it's going to be timed perfectly. But just a minute left. Just a minute left in this one, guys, or in the 11th round. And Steve Claggett still trying, still coming forward, but still eating some hard leather by Teofimo Lopez, the more gifted athlete and the better fighter, the incumbent champion. Oh, good left hook, and then he spins him around so he can't get countered effectively. And once again, the bull is having to shift and reset. This is all Teofimo Lopez, guys. Very impressive performance against a very tough, rugged, experienced fighter. Yes, he's got 7 losses on his resume, but only been stopped once, and that was back in 2011. Good right hand. Stops Steve Claggett in his tracks. 20 seconds left in round number 11 on my clock. And yeah, it looks like Teofimo Lopez has conceded that he's probably not going to get the knockout here, although he's still trying. There he's coming forward, lands a right hand. Looks like it stuns Claggett at the very end of the round. But yeah, he makes it out. One more round to go, guys, and then we're going to be switching over to the zone. Yep. Boy, I'm getting too old. I'm getting tired. Well, final round begins, guys. Final round begins for this one. Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett for the WBO title. Steve Claggett coming out aggressive again. Yeah, it looks like he is trying to land some hard leather. Teofimo Lopez ties him up now. You haven't seen many of those in this fight, surprisingly. Teofimo picking him off as he's coming in, but Steve Claggett. Oh, and there's a 1-2 down the middle by Teofimo Lopez. Finds its mark. Good short, compact right hand on the inside, then quickly spinning him around, forcing him to reset. Good combination on the inside. Several of his punches blocked, though. 2 minutes left in the fight. Round number 12. And Teofimo doing a great job of taking away half those targets, standing sideways, pointing that shoulder right in his chest. Just doing a masterful job right now of containing hard pressure. Excellent, excellent work by Teofimo Lopez. Yep, minute left in the fight, guys. And Teofimo, this is all Teofimo Lopez. Hood, hard 1-2, hard jab and hook around the guard. Good uppercut landed for Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo smiling in there. Steve Claggett looks a little gun shy now, not letting his hands go, just has the high guard right in front of him. Now throws a hard right hook, finds its mark. Teofimo takes it well. Good left hook on the inside, pushes back Steve Claggett. Teofimo Lopez trying to close the show here with 40 seconds left in the fight. So it looks like Teofimo Lopez has officially lifted the Michael Jackson curse. We'll see what happens, guys, but it looks 20 seconds left, and it looks like, well, Teofimo has just put the Michael Jackson curse to rest because he has dominated Steve Claggett, a very game and live dog. Teofimo is just too good. Boom, and wobbles Steve Claggett to end the fight. Boy, I tell you what, very impressive performance from Teofimo Lopez. Just looks like an absolute beast in the ring. Looks absolutely phenomenal. Very athletically gifted, running around the ring, still showing you that he's got plenty of juice left in those legs. He could fight another 12 rounds. Yeah, guys, look, I was impressed with Steve Claggett's willingness to come forward, absorb all of Teofimo's shots. Never really, only seemingly hurt, maybe a few times in this fight, but never really able to get the attention of Teofimo Lopez. Teofimo once again staying nice and relaxed in all 12 rounds. And I will say this is really impressive in my opinion by Teofimo Lopez. Guys, as soon as we get the judge's verdict, we're going to shift our attention to Phoenix, Arizona, and watch Bam Rodriguez from San Antonio, Texas, versus El Gallo Estrada, Juan Francisco Estrada. Now, Mark Kriegel, if this means anything at all, which it doesn't, scored the fight 119-109, only giving Steve Claggett the final round. I gave him 2 rounds. So I've got it scored 10 rounds to 2 for Teofimo Lopez. So, guys, once again, Bam Rodriguez getting warmed up. He's got his, he's getting ready to come out. There with Robert Garcia. There with his father. So, guys, now they're going over the tail of the tape for Juan Francisco Estrada as we're waiting for the judge's verdict from Miami, Florida, for Teofimo Lopez versus Steve Claggett. And this is being timed perfectly, guys. We're going to start calling the action. So we're just awaiting the judge's verdict before we officially switch over. That's hilarious. How you doing, my friend? Oh, jeez. Terrible moniker. Oh, goodness gracious. Ching Gao, man. Oh, they're going to both sing both the American and Mexican national anthems. TFMO retains its title by way of wide unanimous decision, and I really enjoyed this performance. All action, great performance by Teofimo Lopez. And I tell you what, guys, I was very impressed. I was very, very impressed. He faced a hard, tough guy coming forward, and I tell you what, I really, really enjoyed it. And so where does he go next? We'll go ahead and stay here while we're listening, and he does the backflip for good measure. And he is doing snow angels in the center of the ring. And he pops back up, very athletically gifted Teofimo Lopez. I'll tell you what. Oh my gosh. Let's switch over now, because we don't even get an interview. We're switching over to Sports Center, and they're showing highlights of UFC 303. Ching Gao did. I wish they did this for boxing after a tough fight, after a prize fight. But I tell you what, guys, Bruce Buffer. I don't know why everyone loves this cat. He's terrible. He sounds like an old man. And now it's time. He sounds terrible. He looks like Mr. Bagoo, too. Terrible. But, guys, we are getting ready to call the action now. Perform the U.S. national anthem. Noelle Simpson. Please don't butcher this, young lady. She's starting out at a healthy note, but I don't like the melismas already. And in the background, you see Jose Luis Castillo. Woo! What a warrior he was. Tell you what, former lightweight champion. Always a credit in the ring. And he competed in, for my money, probably the best fight in the turn of the new millennium. His first fight with Diego Chico Corrales, in my opinion, the best fight since the turn of the millennium. Well, so far she's killing it. I don't like all the melismas, but she started out at a healthy note, and she's killing it right now through the Francis Scott Key Classic. And guys, we're just waiting for the official ring introductions for Bam Rodriguez, Juan Francisco Estrada. Very good job singing the national anthem. And you hear the boos from the Mexicans in attendance. Ha ha ha. Suck it, brother. Ha ha ha. Woo. And that's a healthy crowd there at well, I tell you what, and boy, congratulations to Bam Rodriguez and Juan Francisco Estrada for attracting such a healthy audience in Phoenix. Tell you what, that's good to see, guys, because his unification bout with Sonny Edwards only attracted 4,100 paying customers. So we'll see how the live gate looks post-fight. And there's Bam Rodriguez making his way out to the ring, accompanied by head trainer Robert Garcia. Yeah, guys, I like Bam Rodriguez in this fight. El Gallo Estrada needs to use lateral movement and walk him into some traps, or else if he tries to unwisely fight Bam Rodriguez in the pocket like Sonny Edwards, he's going to get carved up like a Thanksgiving turkey. Bam Rodriguez, a young man, once again, he's entering not even in the prime of his career, and he is just carb mowing through competition. It's hard not to like this young man. Tell you what, we are going to, let's see. Now, Bam Rodriguez is coming into the ring at age 24, only 10 years younger than Juan Francisco Estrada. 19-0 with 12 knockouts. They're both the same height. Bam has a 1-inch reach advantage. Fights out of the southpaw stance from the Alamo City, San Antonio, Texas. Oof. So far, Bam has looked damn near perfect. Can we see some resistance from Juan Francisco Estrada? We'll see, guys. We will see. Here's the tell the tape for Juan Francisco Estrada. Comes in the ring at age 34. Wow, 47 pro fights. Chihuahua turning pro in 2008. Jeez. Wow. So what? He's once again 5'4", fights out of the orthodox stance from Sonora, Mexico. He has a reach of 66 inches. Has a record of 44 wins, 3 losses, 28 wins coming by way of knockout, and he's never been stopped as a pro. Can Bam Rodriguez become the first man to put this guy on his ass and stop him within the distance? We'll see. And once again, typical Bam Rodriguez wearing the colors of our beloved San Antonio Spurs. And here comes the lineal champion, the Ring Magazine, El Gallo Estrada, marching out to the ring. He's had his same trainer since turning pro. But there's a lot of miles on that odometer. Usually 34 years. I mean, you shouldn't be that long in the tooth, but guys, you might as well be 44 in the 115-pound weight division because you take a lot of consistent bludgeoning. I'll tell you what, credit to Bam Rodriguez for taking on the stalwart of the division. We'll see what happens, guys. This one's getting ready to tee down. This should be a terrific fight, guys. I'm actually predicting a fight of the year here. And this very well could be Bam's announcement to everyone that he deserves to be among everyone's pound for pound in top 5. If he beats Juan Francisco Estrada convincingly, and if he stops him, he should be in everyone's top 5 pound for pound. Now, I understand that he hasn't been in the ring. He hasn't been active in a year and a half. But this is a very good fighter, guys. This is a future Hall of Famer. Guys, we'll see what happens. You can hear all the Mexicans in attendance. Wow. Yep. Here comes Juan Francisco Estrada. The fight's about to begin. And he's got a ton of Mexican fans there in attendance. Can Bam Rodriguez disappoint them and send them home? Um, well, look, even if you're rooting for El Gallo Estrada or Bam Rodriguez, regardless of what the outcome is, you're going to go home happy. This is going to be, I don't see how it won't be a barn burner and a thrilling back and forth fight. This should be one for the ages, guys. Guys, this is going to be a fight of the year candidate, guys. Well, the official ring introductions from David Diamante. Gosh, he needs to cut that hair. That is just ugly. Disgusting. Mm-hmm. Guys, we're just waiting for the official ring introductions or ring announcements. And then we get this one started. This one starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. Wow. Goodness gracious. Jeez. Woo. Well, I tell you what, I've been really looking forward to this fight, guys. And I think, once again, you cannot discount the old man, but according to Robert Garcia, Bam looked razor sharp in sparring several rounds with Chocolatito, Roman Gonzalez. So we'll see what happens, guys. This should be a great one. Oh, goodness gracious. Not this four corners crap anymore. Goodness gracious. Oh, gosh. Four corners of the world, four corners of the ring. Goodness gracious. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't have an affinity for David Diamante. He seems like a good guy. But Chingao, man, that hair is terrible. And that, look, if that catchphrase, if you don't have a great catchphrase, just quit it. And there's Jesse, his dad. We're going to be talking to him shortly after the event. And you hear the Mexican fans in attendance booing. You know, if you're a white guy, don't be rolling the R's like that. You sound like a damn fool. Chingao. There's Jesse wishing his son, giving him a kiss on the cheek, sending him out into battle. And here's El Gallo Estrada. Man, this is going to be a great fight, guys. Wow, listen to the Mexican fans in attendance. Woo! Boy, they are loud today. This is amazing. Just coming over from Woke, ESPN Plus, Lopez Claggett. Woo! Yep. This is going to be so much fun, guys. Thank you for joining us, Big Luke. I'll tell you what, guys. Geez, what can you say? ESPN owned by Disney. Chingao. Guys, here we go. Getting ready to start. Thank you for joining us. I'll tell you what, this is going to be a great one. Scheduled for 12 rounds. Are we going to see the coronation of a new rising star and pound for pound hero from the United States, from San Antonio, Texas? Or does the old dog, does he still have some tricks left in the sleeve? We'll see. We'll see, guys. We will see. This one's getting ready to start right now. Round one begins. Both men meet in the center of the ring. And I'll tell you what, guys. Bam. If El Gallo Estrada looks to, right now, he looks to maybe try to feel him out in this first round, throw in the jab. Bam Rodriguez looks like he's just there from mid to long range. Both guys trying to get that footwork, that positioning. Now, once again, Bam Rodriguez in the southpaw position, El Gallo Estrada in the orthodox, and they're jockeying right now for position. And right now, Bam has the right placement for that straight left hand, but has yet to throw one. Trying to find range, trying to get his eyes adjusted to the timing, speed, and the movement of El Gallo Estrada. Don't expect much, guys, in this first minute and a half. But Bam doing a very good job right now of just getting that position and trying to set up that big left hand. So far, he's doing a good job of adjusting levels, shooting that jab to the body. Now he looks like there's the first hook, but it's picked off by Estrada. Bam Rodriguez trying to get that positioning. And El Gallo not really doing very much. First right hand lands at the chest of Jesse Rodriguez. Takes it well. Good hook to the body. Goes immediately upstairs a la Mickey Ward. And he falls out of position. Bam Rodriguez throws a combination. Makes him pay at the minute mark. Oh, and there he is. Every time now, Estrada misses. Bam has made him pay twice. Two best combinations of the round. Bam already in finding range. Bam doing a great job countering every time he extends that jab out there a little too long. I'll tell you what, if Bam is already timing and countering him effectively, this is not going to be good for El Gallo Estrada. And not a lot of ebb and flow, not a lot of action in the first round, but not a feeling out. Oh, hard right hand lands for El Gallo Estrada in the final 20 seconds. And I'll tell you what, El Gallo Estrada, tough man. But Bam Rodriguez, though, already finding range. And he can crack at 115 pounds, but so can El Gallo. Not exactly a feeling out round, some action, but not as much action as you would expect to come in the rest of the fight. Round one ends And, hard round to score, not a lot of exchanges, but Bam had the harder, more consequential exchange or punches landed. And so the judges probably giving that first round to Bam Rodriguez. But very competitive round. Bam landed some good combinations. El Gallo took it well. El Gallo landed one good right hand. Bam took it well. We'll see what happens, guys. There he is. Once again, Bam, as soon as El Gallo Estrada falls out of position and leans, extends too much, Bam makes him pay. As soon as he misses and falls out of position, he's right there to be countered. Bam took advantage of all of those opportunities in round number one. Round two begins. Now, I'll tell you what, Bam now pushing El Gallo Estrada on the back foot. El Gallo unwisely not really using lateral movement, but trying to turn Bam, switching positions, but and he's doing something very smart. When he is moving, he's moving to his left, away from the power hand of Bam Rodriguez, trying to get that foot positioning, but it's not working. Bam with a quick 1-2 down the middle at 2.5 mark of round number two. Bam, excellent shotgun jab right there by Bam Rodriguez right down the middle. But El Gallo does a great job pivoting, turning him so he cannot throw a hard combination. Has to reset. But I tell you what, Bam Rodriguez looks awfully sharp, guys. Landing that jab now. Hard left-hand counter. Oh, my gosh, from Bam Rodriguez. Bam looks really sharp, guys. El Gallo Estrada, though, he's, expect this, though. He's been out of the ring for 1.5 years, and he's 34 years of age. Bam, the sharper, crisper fighter so far. We'll see if this continues. 140 left in round number two, and Bam already starting to find his rhythm. Look at this. Bam, and he just bit on that feint. That's not good news if you're an El Gallo Estrada fan. When he starts biting on that feints, that means he's respecting that power. He's reacting now. And look, that's not good news if you're a customarily offensive machine like El Gallo Estrada. That means he's worried about, maybe a little more too consumed about what's coming from Bam Rodriguez. Very competitive round, though, but Bam doing the much cleaner, much classier, much more effective work. Bam just looks razor sharp right now. El Gallo not really landing anything of consequence. Bam looks like his understanding of range for a 24-year-old young man is actually quite impressive. And he fires off a combination, then switches angles very quickly, a la Lomachenko, so he can't counter effectively. This second round is dominant. Bam Rodriguez at this point. Guys, he is a special fighter. If this continues, I don't know if El Gallo Estrada is gonna stay in this fight, because he is having a very hard time even just finding range, and Bam he's found a home for that left hand as well as that shotgun jab. Can see everything coming from mid-range. That round two was all Bam Rodriguez, guys. He looks razor sharp, guys. Very impressive. Wow. Very impressive, guys. Some of my Spanish students at school try to help me roll the R's, but EJ, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, brother. Yep. How you doing, Double L? It's good to see you, my friend. Yep. I agree. And he's having trouble timing and countering. He's having trouble finding range. And whenever he lunges out of range and falls out of position, Bam is right there in position to counter him effectively. Yeah, that second round, guys, that was all Bam Rodriguez. You know what? We'll see, guys. I mean, don't ever discount the heart of a champion. And that's El Gallo Estrada. He's a future Hall of Famer, but is just too much to ask Is he too inactive, too long in the tooth for the young champion? Oh, I tell you what, Bam looks just razor sharp. Round number 3 underway, guys. Oh, hard left hook or hard right hook for the southpaw. Oh my gosh. Yeah, oh boy. I can't see this one going the distance if El Gallo can't find his mark and continues to get punished and countered like this. This young man is special, guys. Whew. Whew. Yeah, guys, for a 24-year-old kid, his understanding of range. Oh, and he hurts El Gallo Estrada at the 158 mark. Holy cow. Can Bam? Well, we've seen El Gallo floored, but he comes back. But yeah, his legs don't look good. Oh, Bam is just all over this guy. He's making El Gallo Estrada truly look like he's 54. Good left hook. Timed it perfectly as Bam was trying to come in. Now, once again, Bam has to realize it takes only one clean shot to get this guy out of there if he's hurt. But he is recovered. He's always in great shape. And that's a testament to El Gallo Estrada and the shape that he's in. If I'm Bam Rodriguez, though, I'm not going to be a headhunter and abandon the body. And once again, if his legs truly are gone, he could win this shot very easily with a shot to the liver, left hook to the liver. He's got to set it up, though, with that jab to the chest, jab to the head, and then go downstairs. Good straight left hand at the 50-second mark for Jesse Rodriguez. Oh my gosh, his ability to shift angles like that is so beautiful to watch, guys. This kid is special, and he's really making an old warhorse. Boy, look ancient. Yeah, his legs just don't look good compared to Bam. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's having a very hard time. He looks slower than molasses, guys, compared to Bam Rodriguez. He's just making him look silly in there right now. Oh boy. Oh, jeez. Boy, guys, this is something. And there's El Gallo's corner just screaming at him. And you look at Estrada's face, and that says it all. He looks like he is genuinely discouraged. Well, if he can find it, his corner is telling him, hey, dig to the body. Dig that right hand to the body. And yeah, I tell you what, that was a beautiful shot that hurt El Gallo Estrada. And he shifted around to the weak side and hit him from that angle he never saw coming. Beautiful. Round 4, guys, begins. And once again, Bam just scooting around that weak side so he doesn't see that shot coming. Is absolutely masterful, guys, a la Vasil Lomachenko. And he still can't find range, El Gallo Estrada. Like El Gallo, or like Bam is just sitting out there from mid-range, and he's so quick to close that distance. El Gallo almost doesn't want to commit. No, that wasn't a low blow, guys. Come on. El Gallo wants a breather. He wants to break the momentum of Bam Rodriguez. That's what's happening here, guys. Come on. Chingao. Yep. If he keeps dominating like this, he should be placed top. I say top 5. Bam could be the next Mexicano. Great. Well, Technically, he's American, but yes, I'll take it. From the Alamo City of San Antonio, he is by far the best talent from San Antonio all time. Joining legends like El Pekin, Robert Quiroga, Jesse James Leha, John Michael Johnson. Bam truly is a special fighter, guys. But here comes El Gallo Estrada trying to take the lead, trying to close the distance, trying to cut off that reaction time. And that's a smart fight plan at this stage. It's not working what you're doing from mid to long range. So why not bite down on that mouthpiece, cut off that reaction time, and take the fight inside? Now he's hitting low. 2 of those shots strayed low at the 125 mark for El Gallo Estrada. You hear Robert Garcia yelling, maintain that distance. So once again, guys, great fighters make adjustments throughout the fight. But yeah, El Gallo Estrada needs to stay right there buried in his chest if he wants this to be competitive. Because in range, Bam can see everything coming. And you're catching Bam's shots at the very end of it, like right at its apex of power. El Gallo right now, this is the most success he's had in the fight. Round number 4. Good left hand puts El Gallo Estrada on his ass at the 33-second mark. That power. And he never saw it coming because El Gallo Estrada was expecting a left cross upstairs, and he threw a left hook downstairs right into the chin. Beautiful shot, and El Gallo still hurt. Bam Rodriguez only has, though, 12 seconds to work. Can he put him on his ass again? And he's down. No, he says it's a trip. It was a foot. It was a slip. He tripped over his lead foot, but that's not a good sign for El Gallo Estrada, who was badly hurt with 25 seconds left in the round. Wow, and up to that point, I thought Estrada was having his best round. I don't know if he was winning it, but he was having his best round. That was a shot. Woo! I tell you what, this kid is special, guys. Here to there. Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us. Wow. This is incredible, guys. And once again, we've seen Estrada hit the canvas. Double L. Thanks for hanging with me, brother. Excuse me. But, guys, we've seen him hit the canvas, but I don't think I've ever seen him that badly hurt. And he set it up beautifully. Look at this again. Uppercut. Boom. Right there. Beautiful combination. Started by the uppercut inside. Round 5 begins, guys, and El Gallo is in all kinds of trouble. Yeah, guys, look at Bam, his footwork, moving in and out of the perimeter like a needle. And El Gallo has nothing behind his shots at this point because he doesn't have his legs underneath him. Wow, listen to the boo birds from Mexico. They can't believe what they're seeing. Oh my gosh, guys. Yeah, guys, if El Gallo doesn't do something dramatic here, he's not going to make it 12 rounds. Bam, look, Bam has to go back and try to set these shots up. He can't just look for that big left hand right now. Set it up in combination like he did before. Good left hook around the guard. Then answers with, oh, that's good left hooks. Good combination work from El Gallo Estrada on the inside. And Bam looks like he's... Now he needs to take this fight back into mid-range. Because El Gallo, that's the only time he has success is when he's cut off that reaction time from Bam Rodriguez, fighting him in the pocket. Good left hand. Rocks El Gallo Estrada again. Oh my gosh, I'll tell you what, this is a thing of beauty, guys. He cannot see that left hand from mid-range. Boom! And Gallo Estrada answers with a good right hook on the inside. And another left 45. Rocks El Gallo Estrada. Oh my gosh, guys, this is a thing of beauty. Bam is a special fighter, guys. This is ridiculous. Oh, and he's hurting with a whole minute left, guys. Oh, El Gallo Estrada is he's a warhorse. This guy is tough. Coming back after getting rocked, throwing shots. Bam. He smells blood in the water, though, guys. Looking for that straight left hand or that 45 at that odd angle that he likes to throw. Oh, good one, too, down the middle by El Gallo Estrada. Answered with a quick left from Bam Rodriguez. Now El Gallo, he smells that has to create that sense of urgency for himself. Good shotgun jab by Bam Rodriguez, but man, I tell you what, don't discount the heart and the toughness of El Gallo Estrada. This is a great fight, guys. Oh, but just the classier, more effective and consequential work by the younger, fresher, harder puncher, Bam Rodriguez. Wow, guys. This is something special. Yes, sir, Double L. Absolute masterclass. Bam completely set him up with that. Yes, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. What a combination. The uppercut guy. Oh, jeez. Yep, I agree here to there. Thank you for joining us, my friend. I tell you what, this is something special, guys. This is special, guys. This is a special fighter. And he's putting forth a special performance against a future Hall of Famer. Look, all I can say is this. Even with Manny Pacquiao's accelerated age, you're not going to see Mario Barrios do this to Manny Pacquiao. Even at his accelerated age. Bam is just a special fighter, guys. His footwork is immaculate. His power, he's always in position to throw something with leverage. It's absolutely beautiful to watch. Oh, and down goes Bam Rodriguez, and he tripped over his foot, but it was at the end of a shot. And so he's smiling and going, oh, yeah, look. Yep. But I'll tell you what, El Gallo Estrada may have some life left in him, but it was that front foot that he tried to pivot around, and he tripped, but it was at the end of a shot. So the ref made the right call, had to call it a knockdown. But Bam not deterred. He's not hurt. He's not just covering up. He's trying to get that knockdown back. Boom. Beautiful. And this is turned into a great fight in the pocket, guys. El Gallo getting that confidence maybe, but I don't know if he can sustain this. The 34-year-old veteran, current incumbent champion. Good uppercut on the inside from Bam. Rocks El Gallo back again. Good counter left hand. Oh, Gallo takes it, though. Woo! Boy, this is a great fight, guys. Bam! Beautiful. He thought he was going to throw straight left, and he throws that hook around the guard. Finds its mark. 118 on my clock. And both men are posturing at the center of the ring. Bam digs to the body. Hard right hook. El Gallo lands a straight right hand. You see the sweat fly from Bam Rodriguez's face. Guys, this is a great round. This is what we thought we might have seen throughout the whole fight. Good left hand to the body. And Bam throws a beautiful combination on the inside. Oh my gosh. See, that's what El Gallo has to do to stay in this fight. He cannot try to counter him because Bam has a true advantage in hand speed, power. He's got to elected three. He's got to be able to absorb those shots, and he's got to punch with him. He has no choice. But I don't know what kind of success he's going to have with that long term. Oh, good right hook by Bam. Oh, my goodness. This is a great fight, guys. 1-2 down the middle. Finds its mark. Yeah, El Gallo cannot win from mid to long range. He's got to cut off that reaction time because Bam sees it coming from a mile away. Oh, end of round number 5. Woo! Boy, what a fight. Or is that 6? My apologies, guys. Oh, my gosh. I tell you what. Yeah. Woo! Boy, what a fight, guys. And yes, his punch arsenal is beautiful, isn't it? His creative combination punching, it's a joy to watch, guys. But it was the crossing of the feet. See that? He caught him with the right hand, so he had to call it a knockdown, but he tripped over that front foot. Boom. Oh, gorgeous combination on the inside. El Gallo, though, he has to keep the fight at short range. He's got to cut off that reaction time. That's the only chance he has. Unfortunately, you're up against one of the best pocket creative combination punchers in boxing. It almost looks like a 115 version of Canelo Alvarez. Gorgeous, but better footwork. This is amazing. Boy, El Gallo is one tough dude, though, man. But I don't know how much was that El Gallo Estrada's last stand. We'll see, guys. Round 7 already underway, and Bam is right in his grill, trying to put this guy out. Doesn't want to play with his food, that's for sure. Good 1-2, good combination by El Gallo Estrada. Beautiful work right now in this round. Oh, and that jab is starting to get a lot more active for Estrada. Oh, but Bam's jab is beautiful, beautiful. That shotgun jab right down the middle, so difficult to anticipate. I tell you what, El Gallo Estrada making the good adjustment in the 7th round. Doing a very good job of consistently turning Bam Rodriguez, turning away from that power hand, that left hand. But he needs to keep the fight at close quarters. From mid-range, he doesn't have a chance. $122 left in round number 7 on mine. El Gallo Estrada winning this round thus far, guys. Fighting a very smart fight. Good left hand for Bam Rodriguez at the 107 mark. Good straight left hand from Bam Rodriguez, and El Gallo holding on and hitting with the free hand. He's got to use everything to defeat this young phenom. Oh, hard left hand. He's got El Gallo on the ropes at 41 seconds left. Oh, good attack to the body, trying to limit the movement. This is, wow, this is a very good round, guys. How would you have scored that last round, even though El Gallo got the knockdown? Would it just be 10-9? Or would it be 10-8? How would you guys score it? Because right now, I might have, well, no. This round, guys, is a very difficult round to score, in my opinion. El Gallo, this is by... Oh! Hard body shot sends him to the canvas at the very end of the round, and he's not going to get up. He's not getting up, guys. Bam Rodriguez knows it. It's over. It's over. Holy cow, that was beautiful. Wow. Woo! Oh, my word. That is amazing. And it turns out that the liver shot takes him out midway through the fight. And guys, is there anyone? Can you see anyone even challenging Bam Rodriguez at this weight division? Guys, if you find any kind of competent competition, he's going to, can anyone say Junto Nakatani at bantamweight? Woo! I tell you what, that is a special fighter right there. And there's the entire family. And we're going to be speaking with Jesse Rodriguez tomorrow. Woo! Guys, what a performance. Guys, that is a pound for pound performance against a guy who it can usually go the distance. W.A.W, thank you for watching this with us. I'm going to say this right now. Bam is the most talented young American fighter. Yes, by far. Yep. He is a pound for pound great, guys. And we don't throw that around lightly on this channel. When is the last time you guys seen that kind of power in the lower divisions? Not since Noya Inoue and Junto Nakatani. Woo! Yeah, I tell you what, that footwork is very Lomachenko-esque, but he's got that youth, and he's got that lower weight division speed, but that left hand is vicious. Yep. Here to there. Thank you for watching that beautiful moment with us. Agreed, Joseph. Nakatani is the only test I see for Bam. Yep. Woo! I tell you what a fight, guys. And look, everyone expected Teofimo Lopez to show us something like this against Steve Claggett on ESPN. We kept waiting for it. He was definitely giving Lopez enough opportunities, but we never saw it. Guys, this is what special fighters do. Yes, sir. And I hope Eddie Hearn finally brings the young phenom back to San Antonio. Ching Gao, guys. Come on. Yeah, you know what? I think you're right here to there. He just doesn't seem to have that same crack in his shot at 140. His power was devastating at 35. And it just, I don't know. Just seems like it's just not there. But that was a special performance, guys, by a special fighter. Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Wow, I've been following this kid's career since he was a young amateur. I even called his fourth fight at the San Antonio Event Center. Did the ring announcing for it, his fourth professional fight. And it's just a joy to see him just accomplish so much at age 24, guys. Robert Garcia has a special future Hall of Fame fighter on his hands. This guy, if you don't have him in your top 5 pound for pound, then you don't know what you're looking at. Ching Gao, guys. This was an all-time great performance, guys. Guys, I'll tell you, the first time I met Jesse and Bam and Josh, it was actually at a media day for Nonito Donaire at Jesse James Leha Champion Fit Gym on San Pedro. And he was only 9 years old back then. Oh, geez. No. Well, look, I will say this. Iron sharpens iron, and that's who he sparred with. That was one of his chief sparring partners to prepare for Gallo Estrada. Tell you what, and don't correct me if I'm wrong. He's going to be competing in 2 weeks, isn't he? Chocolatito? I think so. Look, you know what? I don't know if I want to see Chocolatito versus Bam. Maybe Ioka. Well, I'm listening to Bam now talk to Chris Mannix. Chris Mannix dwarfs over him. Yep, exactly what we were observing, guys. When he had that distance from mid to long range, he couldn't touch him, and he was right there countering effectively. Oh, that body shot was ugly, guys. Yeah, I knew he wasn't getting up. That was brutal. Look at this. Right there, right under the right hand, as he's trying to throw his own hook. As soon as he lets that elbow go past that rib cage, bam, that's all she wrote. What a thing of beauty. Beautiful shot, guys. Woo! Guys, is it just me or does Chris Mannix give the worst line of questioning since Jim Gray post fight? Honestly, I think Ioka is a great fight. But look, let's just be honest, guys. His toughest test as a pro is going to be Juko Nakatani if he chooses, because let's just face it, that guy's a giant for the 118-pound weight division. In fact, I don't see how he ever made 112. Junto Nakatani. Yeah, guys, he is, can you say, just, he is lame, guys. He needs to stick to basketball, man. Oh, come on. He's mentioning Noi Inoue. Come on, guys. Don't do that to the kid right now. Dude, he never brought up Junto Nakatani. Pendejo. Chingao, dude. And Big Luke, yes. More Bam Rodriguez. More Bam Rodriguez. So when are you going to put him in San Antonio again, Eddie? Jagoff? Chihuahua, man. Notice he didn't mention Canelo in any of that conversation. Look, El Gallo has a rematch clause. Guys, is there a need? Is there a does anyone need to see a rematch of this? Agreed. Best event Hearn has done in the U.S. by far. Agreed. Look, that's the best fighter he has in his stable in the U.S. market, and we'll see. We'll see what Jaron Boots Ennis does against David Avanesian. I think, well, it's definitely going to be the best name on his resume and the toughest test to date. But look, if he's what we think he is, and if he, David is not a huge puncher, and he doesn't have great technique on the inside. I see him doing exactly what Crawford did to him. I don't see it going. Yeah, look, yeah. Bam is the guy. Yep. That's it, man. I love it. I absolutely love it, and for good reason. You know what? Michael Carbajal, I wish Bam would be that respected and that popular. Michael Carbajal was a huge ticket seller and a genuine fan favorite, but Bam Rodriguez, much better skill set, much better power, much better technique. I love Michael Carbajal though. And he was a rock star. And he was one of the few little guys that really put those divisions on the map. Boy, El Gallo, man, his understanding of range and distance, his footwork in just moving in and out of the pocket like a needle, sewing machine needle, is just absolutely beautiful to watch. He wants a rematch? No, El Gallo. No, brother. There's no need. That's his pride messing with you, brother. I hope so, sir. I hope so. I really hope you are right here to there because he truly deserves it. That kid, look, the only way he's going to become that popular is if Eddie grows some knowledge of the U.S. market and brings him to San Antonio. We will help him promote that fight. That's what we do, damn it. Come on, it's one of the healthiest markets in America, and it's his hometown. And I tell you what, El Gallo, boy, he never envisioned this happening. But Bam is a special fighter. I know pride is messing with him right now, and he wants to have a rematch, but no. Does anyone really want to see that? Yeah, this is one that, yeah, it was a true work of art, guys. Bam is a special fighter. And before anyone saw him in the American market, yeah, no, Big Luke is absolutely right. Carbajal was the man. He put the little man divisions, yeah, on center stage. He was a rock star, former Olympian. Michael Carbajal was a lot of fun to watch, but he didn't have the skill set of Bam Rodriguez. And I told everyone that this is a future pound for pound fighter. He's a future elite level star. Guys, but yeah, Double L has the beat. Yeah, it was beautiful. That was a thing of beauty. And to see a guy like this, and once again, I know El Gallo Estrada, a year and a half outside of the ring. Maybe that's what El Gallo Estrada's thinking. You know what? I can't be this inactive. I need to get back in the ring. But I don't see this. I don't see this going any other way. I just don't. Teach, welcome to the show, sir. Congrats to Bam. Yes, sir. He needs to bring him to the Alamo Dome. Brilliant performance, guys. In front of his hometown fans in the Alamo Dome, in one of the healthiest markets in the U.S. for boxing. You know what? And once again, we could get the local mainstream media on board for this. All Eddie has to do is just, just like when Canelo was here, we'll help him promote the fight. We'll get all of our young ticket sellers on the undercard. We'll make it pop, guys. Yeah, you know what? Bam is a genuinely good kid. He doesn't. Oh my gosh, he's nothing like Ryan Garcia. That kid is a head case, and honestly, I'm done covering Ryan Garcia for at least for the foreseeable future. That kid is like, and honestly, the AT&T Center, yeah, it holds 20K. That's easy for Bam now, yes. But you want to put this one in the Alamo Dome, where Canelo fought Austin Trout, where look, if Chavez Jr. and the hard punching Irishman back in the day could fill up 35,000, 40,000 fans in the Alamo Dome. Yeah, Bam can do that today. Like, oh my gosh, that was cringe. Like, honestly, I'm not covering him anymore. And then he wants to say he's close to Jesus Christ. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, guys. No one who has the Holy Spirit in their heart is going to pop off and say any of that nonsense publicly. They're just not going to do it. Holy Spirit wouldn't allow it. So I'll tell you what, man, I am through for the foreseeable future covering that false prophet. It's an embarrassment to Roman Catholicism. It's an embarrassment to Christianity in this country. And I'm just not going to do it. So I'm done talking about Ryan. Tell you what, Bam is an exceptional fighter, and he's a good kid from a good family. And we're going to speak with all three of them hopefully tomorrow. Jesse Sr., Josh, as well as Bam Rodriguez tomorrow, guys. Yeah, he's a good kid. It's impossible not to root for someone like Bam Rodriguez. Good kid. Excellent representative of the sport, excellent ambassador. But I'm gonna reach out to him, see if I can work with him in terms of PR, because he needs to open up a little bit more. Right now, he's very humble and he's very soft spoken. And he's a funny little kid. I'd like to bring that side out of him. I'm gonna talk to him. But I'll tell you what, guys, this was a truly memorable performance and a real coming out party. But this should have been in San Antonio. Like, we would be rocking right now, and we'd probably throw him a parade next week. Oh, I tell you what, guys. Coach, yeah, we'll try to get him on the air tomorrow and see what he has to say about it. T. Sanders, welcome to the show, brother. Yes, great evening of boxing, man. I tell you what, just amazing. Absolutely incredible, guys. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, look, if Eddie Hearn takes him anywhere else than San Antonio, it had better be for a huge site fee from Vegas, casino site fee, when he's fighting someone like, I don't know, Noe Inoue. But if he's not fighting anyone who's a big ticket seller, you've got to put him in San Antonio. You have to. Chihuahua, man. You know what? And that's true. Guys, within the next 10 years, most experts, they think that San Antonio, San Marcos, and Austin could be the next Dallas-Fort Worth and become just this huge metropolitan area. That's how fast it's growing. Like, San Antonio is now up to 2.8 million inhabitants, and you're putting them in Phoenix. Now, I know Phoenix is around about the same size, the metropolitan area, but neither Gallo, neither Bam is from that area. What is Eddie Hearn? Why does he love Phoenix so much? I don't understand. We stage fights here in San Antonio all the time. This is a fighter's market. Anyway, enough talking about that, guys. Look, I will say this: El Gallo, boy, he's a legend. That guy has a set of brass, and he is a real horse. But he was just overmatched from round 2 on. And the knockdown, yeah, he caught him on the end of a shot, but his feet got crossed, and that's why it was a knockdown. But it was a product of a clean punch, so it was scored properly. But Bam wasn't hurt. And I thought before the knockdown, I thought that was El Gallo Estrada's most impressive round. In Texas, yes, without a doubt, we've got the strongest economy in the U.S. So why would you put it in Arizona? And do they even have a commission in Arizona? I know they do, but not very many fights take place there, guys. Jeez, I don't know what Eddie Hearn is thinking, man. I don't know, guys. What do you think is next, though? What do you think is next for Bam Rodriguez? Like, honestly, I don't see anything on the horizon at 15 that's going to do anything to threaten Bam Rodriguez's throne. I don't see it. I don't see anyone. And once again, Ioka, I would like to see him get that revenge for his brother. I'd like to see him go to Japan as well. Now, once again, isn't he still co-promoted by Honda, Bam, as well as Josh? I think so. You know, it's if you want to make a case for putting together that super fight between Bam and Naoya Inoue, but guys, then you might want to start taking him over to Japan. But look, he's an American fighter, and he's puro Mexicano, man. Keep him in South Texas. Bring him back to South Texas. That's an easy 40,000 fans fill the Alamodome for that, regardless of opponent. Yeah, I tell you what, here's the bad part, though, guys. Eddie just doesn't have very many American dates. All of those are going to Golden Boy. Have you noticed the disparity in events taking place in America between the two promoters? Golden Boy is killing it this year. And the reason why is because, well, up until before they made that suspension. Yeah, I agree. Unification and then maybe move up. I don't want to see him being dragged up to, yeah, look, Junto Nakatani's a monster at 118. And yeah, we want to see Bam grow naturally and collect titles and get that experience. He's such a little guy. He's only 5'4". I think though Inoue is 5'4" too, right? But he's a big puncher, and he's naturally, well, he's grown into those weight divisions. Bam started out, guys. Now keep in mind, 2 years ago he was still competing at strawweight. Yeah, 2 years ago. And it's funny. You knew he was special though, and I told everyone we were going to see something special when he moved up, and he was on the undercard. He hadn't even fought in a 10-round or 12-round yet. And he gets the call to fight Cuadras because someone got hurt. I don't even remember who the opponent was now. But his opponent got hurt, and 2 weeks notice, yeah, he made the decision to jump up from strawweight to 115 to take on Carlos Cuadras. And he beat his ass. But that's what special fighters do, guys. And look at the comparisons. And once again, I said this before. We were expecting something similar when we saw Teofimo Lopez fight against Steve Claggett, a guy with 7 losses on his record, but naturally he's a 147-pounder moving down to compete at 40, and he was right there, giving Teofimo plenty of opportunities to hit him cleanly, and he did, but he just couldn't move him. Then we see this, Bam Rodriguez moving up from stopping Sonny Edwards in a unification, moving back up to 15, taking on the man of the division, a guy who won a trilogy with Chocolatito, a guy who's fought everyone in the division. And he gets his ass smoked like a cheap cigar, guys. Yeah, Bam Rodriguez is special, guys. I don't see anyone touching him anytime soon at 15. He's going to have to move to 18 in order to be challenged. And the only guy I see really challenging him is Junto Nakatani. That guy's got he throws some serious hard leather. But guys, you know, what do we have next on the boxing calendar, guys? What's next for us? Let's look at the boxing calendar before we say goodnight. because it is getting late, and I can't wait to speak to my man James Go and wish congratulations to Jesse. I'll be calling him tomorrow morning. But let's see what's coming up on the boxing calendar, guys. I don't know what's big. Let's see. Oh, well, we've got the return of Shakur Stevenson at 135 to make it his first defense of his WBC title at 135 against Artem Harutyunyan. Whenever I see the Uzbeki, his name, I always have to pronounce it like Teddy Atlas. That was one of the joys in watching Friday night fights back in the day, was just hearing Teddy Atlas butcher all of these names. And then we've got, not until August 3rd. And then that's it, guys. Oh, we've got the return also July 6th of William Zepeda, guys. That's going to be interesting. And that's going to be from Ontario, California, against Giovanni Cabrera from Chi-Town, Chicago. And then we got the return a week later on Friday. Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez fighting on ESPN Plus against Robert Barrera. Oof. And then we've got July 13th, Janibek Ali Manala versus Andre Mikhalvich. And then the return of Raymond Murataya against Old Man River, Tevin Farmer. That, guys, might get ugly because Tevin Farmer is long past it, guys. And then the return of big ticket seller in Southern California, Ruben Villa. Guys, some good stuff coming up. And then July 13th, Jaron Boots Ennis versus David Avanesian. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of crowd, first of all, turns out in Philly, and then how he looks in his toughest sets to date. I really don't think we're going to really get his chin tested against David Avanesian, though. I think Jaron is just too sharp, unless he gets just defensively lax and plays with his food. I just don't see it. And then we were just talking about it from Tokyo, guys, on ESPN Plus, July 20th, Junto Nakatani versus Vincent Astrolabio. Wow. Junto's going to whoop his ass. Oh, jeez. Poor Astrolabio. Jeez. And then who wants to see this? July 27th, Joe Joyce versus Derek Chisora. Gosh, you know what they should have put on that fight poster? Damaged goods. Jeez. Who wants to see that? Nobody. And then the big one, guys. August 3rd, Izzy Madrimov versus Terrence Crawford. And that's going to be Terrence's debut at 154 pounds, fighting for Madrimov's WBA super junior middleweight title. And then Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. And then the fight that might steal the show, Isak Pitbull Cruz versus Rayo Jose Valenzuela. That's going to be a great fight, guys. And that's going to be Isak Cruz's first title defense of his WBA 140-pound title. And then David Morrell versus Hot Rod Kalachik from Poland. Please. Dave Morrell's going to whoop that poor dude's ass. And, guys, I really like this fight. Jared Anderson versus Martin Bacoli. What do you think of that? In my opinion, guys, I think Martin Bacoli has the opportunity here to pull off the upset. I do. That's going to be a great fight card, guys. A great fight card. And, guys, I'm really looking forward also to Luis Alberto Lopez versus Angelo Leo. That's a great fight, too. A lot of great stuff on the horizon, guys. And then the following weekend, recently announced in Las Vegas, Nevada, August 10th, Sergey Boachuk versus Virgil Ortiz Jr. for Boachuk's WBC interim WBC junior middleweight title. That's going to be a great one. And then the following weekend, great stuff, guys, on the calendar. Christian Mbili versus Sergey Derevyanchenko. Guys, I'm sorry, but the winner of that fight should fight Canelo sometime soon. They deserve it. They deserve to fight Canelo Alvarez. Well, it's hard to say. Because look, Canelo at this point in his career, he's going to pick and choose who he wants to fight, and that's just how it is. Guys, great things on the horizon, and once again, we've got Riyadh season in London coming September 21st. Guys, great stuff on the calendar, man. Great stuff on the calendar, and then we close the year out. Merry Christmas, everyone, with Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury, the rematch. Guys, we are looking at another stellar year for boxing, guys. El Pachuco, you've got it right, homie. That's it. Yep. Thank you for joining us, Alberto. Yep, that's it. And I told you guys, if you longtime listeners of this program, before he fought Cuadras, everyone was asking me, hey, you've seen Bam fight. Is he how good is he? What are we going to expect to see? I told you guys back then that this was an elite level talent, future pound for pound star. I've been watching this guy and following his career since the amateurs. I was even ring announcer in his 4th professional fight at the San Antonio Event Center. Yeah, you know what? I'm telling you, don't be shocked if Martin Bacoli pulls off the upset here. I love it. Oh boy, Double L. Yeah, you know what, brother? I agree. I don't want to see this, man. I don't want to see Tevin Farmer versus Murataya. But guys, yeah, this year is going to be amazing. This year is going to be absolutely incredible. Yeah, that was nice to see Jose Luis Castillo, wasn't it? I tell you what. Yeah, that was nice to see Jose Luis Castillo right there. Tell you what, I'm shocked that he's not in the Hall of Fame yet. Because honestly, how many great inside fighters have we seen since Jose Luis Castillo? Canelo Alvarez, Bam Rodriguez now. Who else? Who else have we seen that could match the inside pocket combination punching of Jose Luis Castillo? I can't think of too many guys. Yep. Saw Jared in the crowd at the Tio fight. He didn't look like he was too terribly worried about boxing. If Bacoli is in shape and hungry, yep. Agreed, brother. William Zepeda. Yeah, that's going to be the 13th, the following week after Shakur Stevenson. That's going to be in Ontario. Oh, no, it's the same night as Shakur Stevenson. And honestly, guys, they need to put that fight together. William Zepeda is now the number 1 contender in all 4 sanctioning organizations. All 4 of them. And honestly, William Zepeda and Shakur Stevenson, if Shakur really wants to have that coming out party and a style that's going to really make him look like the guy that we all think he's going to be, or that we all think that he is, William Zepeda is the fight. William Zepeda is the fight. It's the style that could make him look like Floyd Mayweather Jr. Oh boy, but you know what? William Zepeda, I don't know if he's got the only thing I'm worried about is, does Shakur have that kind of power that can earn that respect, right? From William Zepeda. We've seen him hurt, but he recovers very quickly because he's in such great shape. And Shakur really isn't that kind of puncher. We'll see, guys. But guys, this is shaping up to be a really great year. And I honestly, that was a really fun fight to watch. And that was a brilliant performance. You're not going to see many better performances than that this year or at any time in boxing. That was a pound for pound performance, guys. That was like Noe Inoue versus Stephen Fulton. Good. It was that great. Bam versus El Gallo Estrada. Look, who else is he going to fight? Tank Davis would decapitate him. He's going to fight what? The winner of... No, he's not going to fight the winner of Lomachenko Tank. That's going to be Tank. Yep. I think Bam is now into my top 5. I think he's just replaced Arthur Beterbiev, to be honest. Because Beterbiev has been completely, well, look, he's too injury prone. He fights once a year and then he gets hurt. And he's 39. He's going to be 40 by the time he enters the ring again. No, he doesn't turn 40 until January of next year, doesn't he? I think so. But look, guys, regardless, I'll be very surprised if Dmitry Bivol, Arthur Beterbiev actually takes place. Look, we were supposed to speak with Iceman John Scully on Friday, but because of scheduling, yeah, he had to back out. But we'll try to get him on Monday, guys, so we can get an update for Arthur Beterbiev, see how his yeah. Look, and that's been the knock, guys, on Arthur Beterbiev. Like I said, we'll speak with our friend Iceman John Scully on Monday. He can give us a complete report and give us a scouting report on how Arthur's rehab is going. Because, guys, a torn meniscus isn't anything to sneeze at. That's a serious injury, guys. And if his knee isn't 100%, how's he going to be cutting off the ring and closing the distance proficiently against a guy like Dmitry Bivol, who arguably has the best footwork in boxing? He's definitely, because of his footwork and because of his ring IQ, he's definitely up there. I think the only fighter who has a better, a lower connect percentage by his opponents is Shakur Stevenson. That's it. But Dmitry Bivol, statistically, is 1 and 2. They keep on changing back and forth as the most defensively responsible fighter in boxing. And that's because of his footwork. It's a foundation of his defense. Plus that jab. Oh, my gosh, it's first line of defense. I don't see Arthur Beterbiev being that effective if his meniscus isn't fully healed. I don't think you're going to see him back in the ring this year, maybe ever. We're going to find out, though, definitively from Iceman John Scully. I'm going to talk to him on Monday. That's going to be great. But, guys, let me get some sleep. It's already 2 o'clock Eastern time. And, yeah, TM. Agreed, brother. Oof. He's a bad dude, isn't he? Bad little dude. Hopefully, guys, we'll be talking to him. I know for sure we're going to be talking to his dad and his brother. Hopefully, we can talk to Bam before he catches his flight out. So we might have an early show tomorrow, but I'll keep you guys posted. And, guys, I'm going to get some rest until then. But we've been on the air for almost 2.5 hours. We want to thank Adam Lopez for helping us call the Teofimo Lopez fight. But, guys, that's about it. I want to thank you guys for joining us here late. But, guys, in case you missed any part of our call of the Bam Rodriguez fight, go ahead and rewind and check it out. Tell me what you think. But, guys, on behalf of everyone here at Warwick Boxing, I'm Joseph Herron. And, guys, thank you for joining us on this very special fight night. Have a great evening, everybody. proudly presents War Week Radio with 5-decade fight trainer, Coach James